Hey, do you can you hear my air conditioning going on in the background?
Hell no.
I usually you can't.
No.
I can't I usually turn it off, but I don't know. I was in a rush to sort of get this all together and I didn't turn it off. But it's hot in here too anyway. I'm
I
just kind of
guess I can hear it now that you mention it, but it don't
kind of
bother me.
I'm sweltering. Um
Sweat it
anyway,
out.
let me ask you something, Laura.
Hmm.
Do you know what have you ever heard of Audible? Do you know what the Audible is?
I have, but I would love an explanation, a deeper explanation of what it actually is, because I don't
Well,
really know exactly
that's
what it is.
okay, that's fine.
Thank
Well,
you.
I'll tell you, and you're welcome.
Great.
Audible, well, it's an Amazon company. They have audiobooks, right? You know what I mean?
For people who
And
can't read,
or people who don't want to read, who don't
such as
or they
yourself.
want or they want to read with their minds, if you know
Uh-huh.
what I mean. They don't want to read with their eyes, but they want to read with their ears. If you want to read with your ears, say you're in a car driving long distance, or um, you're I don't know, you're getting cleaning your place or something like that, or you're doing something or other. And anyway, that's what they have. They have audiobooks on Audible, and they also don't just have audiobooks. They also have other exclusive content, just different series and exclusive podcasts and I know just exclusive content, all audio content. There's narrative series that are on there as well. And
That's fucked
so,
up.
um, and in a good way, right?
Absolutely.
Uh,
Yeah,
anyway,
carry on. Carry on.
well, anyways, and you know what? Actually, I'm on a thing that's on Audible. That was an Audible exclusive. It was called
Hmm.
Bedtime Stories for Cynics, and it was comedians kind of doing their own take on a classic fairy tale. And the one I did was called Caramello, which is based on Cinderella. And anyway, that was something I was in. Anyway, my all this to say is that Audible, is a place where you can enjoy all your audio entertainment in one place, okay? And discover stuff. And there's a huge selection of audiobooks. And every month if you're on have Audible, you can get one book. You get one book and it's yours to keep for the rest of your life, okay?
Fucked
And
up.
it's when you
In a good
say
way.
that, it sounds like
In a
you're
good
not
way.
in a good way. All right. Yeah, and there is chicken content on Audible actually. And anyway, most of all, what I'm going to say is the important part of all is what I'm saying is that new members can try Audible for free for 30 days. So there's a 30-day free trial. And if you do want to sign up for Audible, use this link right here. And Chicken Jessica, if you can put this link up, I'm going to recite it to you. And if you could put it up on there, it's www.audibletrial.com/chicken coop. Okay. And that's a way you could sign up for this for a 30-day free trial. So like I said, I mean, look, if you're into this kind of thing, then you might be into this thing. Oh, I was wondering if you could actually put it on the screen, if you can actually. Yeah, thank you. And if you do that, well, anyway, you'll just get full access to a growing selection of audiobooks, Audible originals, and podcasts, and you could download and stream to all your liking. Anyway, that's what it is. Whatever, look into it. If this is your thing, look into it, and that's all I'm going to say. Let's move on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think that was too long?
I thought that was fucked up, but I loved it.
Uh-huh. Um, so,
No, it was great. It was really good.
right.
Seriously.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's a hot day today for me, not for you, I guess. But all right. Well, look, should we get the show started or what? Because
Absolutely.
kind of did get, and I mean, unless you have anything to say, I mean, we were off last week. So look, apologies for not being here for you last week, but things just were too crazy last week and it just couldn't happen, you know?
Why were they crazy?
Just busy. There were things were busy.
Oh, I guess you can't. I guess you don't want to get into
Well,
all that.
I was out of town and I just couldn't do it. But anyway, yeah.
Hmm.
But anyway, what about you? Anything to share? Are you kind of feeling good about COVID-19 at this point?
I feel actually I am feeling good about COVID-19 at this point. To be honest, Lee, I was gonna say. Oddly enough, now that I've gotten it and I'm basically over it, I feel a sense of relief, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I can go around now and just chill.
And just lick the you can just
lick
go
the
around
wall. I can go to that salt licking restaurant. It's that
you
salt
can go
wall. Have you heard about that?
No.
There's a restaurant where they have a wall made out of salt and they encourage people to lick it.
Wow, that's really something else.
Supposedly it has disinfectant properties. But I don't know about y'all. I would not be going up to no wall where somebody just licked a spot and I'm expected to just immediately lick it right after. It's like, I'm not going to presume that just because salt has disinfectant properties that the person right before me spit, it just got completely disinfected after they licked it 5 seconds before I arrived at the same spot.
It's probably a bit of a wives' tale. Probably a bit of a wives' tale.
It's an absolute wives' tale. And
or a husband's tale.
Wives.
Imagine a husband's tale.
Imagine people going up to a wall being like, tastes like salt.
What's the point of that? Are you supposed to eat?
I mean,
you take a bite afterwards?
Do you find yourself at home licking rocks of salt on a regular basis? It's just because
it's also weird
made out of salt doesn't mean that you should be licking it.
Right.
I mean, also, how do we know it's the salt flavor that's tasting like salt? What if it's somebody's like sweat pit?
Right.
That just juiced itself.
Actually, most stuff probably is salty when you you know what I mean? Most dirty stuff is salty.
Well, that's one thing I noticed with COVID.
Is that everything tastes dirty?
Well, in a way. I mean, I hate to say this, but I did experience a loss of my senses of smell and taste. Not full on like some people have experienced where they have absolutely no sense of smell or taste for a period of time or for an indefinite period of time. Me, I lost, I would say 90% of my smell and taste at a certain point. And it was very disturbing. But yet the things that I could,
gastronomic maniac.
I am a gastronomic act. And I feel like when the things that I could taste were the sensations of sort of like salty and sweet and sour and bitter at times. And then it kind of would come back on and off, you know. I mean, now I'm not fully back to normal. I wouldn't say I'm fully back to normal. I'm not 100%. I'm basically still around 90%.
Well, but maybe
it kind of comes and goes, and it's very disturbing to not have those senses, especially the smell, because I always assume that most things smell bad, and that's a defense mechanism. You know, it makes me think, okay, don't go near that thing because it's probably dirty or something. But when you don't smell those things, you kind of have a little bit of your guard down. You know what I mean? And yeah. For example, I mean, yeah, going into a bathroom, you don't know if you're inhaling and in essence eating poo particles or not. If you don't have that sense of smell and you think, oh, this smells normal, this is fine, I don't smell anything, then you're just, you know, going to go in there with your mouth open and just totally just rake it in. But if you had that sense of smell, you would know better.
It helps you. It's a defense. Yeah, it's a tool to survive.
It's a survival
It's a tool
mechanism.
to survive so that you don't eat poo. It's a way to not eat. Smelling is a way to not eat poo.
Exactly. When you go into a public bathroom or like you are eating poo if somebody just went poo in there.
That's true. We all eat poo to some degree.
Smelling is eating.
And poo is food.
Poo is
food. Poo is food,
Smelling
whether
is
you
eating,
like
and smelling is eating, and poo is food.
it, whether you like it or not. You know.
Smelling is eating, therefore poo is
Now,
food.
all this talk about filth is really a good segue into our topic, which I won't get into just yet, but we will go to. Why don't we start the show and then we'll talk about today's episode? What do you say?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, let's do such a thing. Welcome to the Chicken Coop. My name is Brent Weinbach.
My name is Laura Weinbach.
This is a chat show we do with segments. And the segment we're going to do today is, well, it's about, well, let me first say this. Today is June 20th, and yesterday was June 19th. And today was a federal holiday because it is a day that it recognizes June 19th, which is also known as Juneteenth, which is essentially a day that sort of, it's a holiday to sort of recognize and celebrate freedom, right? And so I think that ties into our topic today to some degree, in the sense that when we clean ourselves, when we scrub our bodies and we clean ourselves, we become free of grime and we become free of filth, don't we?
That's one way of looking at it, I suppose.
So I guess my point is that cleaning yourself is a way of
Celebrating Juneteenth.
In a sense, I mean, there's a connection there. Being free,
I see what you're saying.
you free of germs, free of everything else. Celebrate freedom and clean yourself, I guess, or something like that, right? All right. Anyway, this episode is all about soap. That's what this episode is about on this this Juneteenth holiday. So
yeah.
What does that mean? What are we going to do what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about soap. We're going to sort of talk about our experiences with soap, and we're going to look at some soap commercials. And the name of the segment is Soaps Up. Very good, Chicken Jessica. Chicken Jessica whipped that up, I think, today, and
oh yeah, created the thing.
well,
Music by Laura.
I told Chicken Jessica, how about a chicken on a surfboard, but the surfboard is a bar of soap, and but I did not expect that sort of spirit that was there in the sky as well.
Can I see that one more time? I actually need to double check the spirit.
You didn't see the spirit. Did you not notice that at first?
I did, but I didn't internalize it until now for some reason. That's really funny.
That's the great kahuna right there, or something like that, right?
Oh my god, that is so funny.
So yeah, I know. I was laughing at that. That was good. Anyway, nice job, Chicken Jessica, producer Chicken Jessica. But anyway, we're gonna get into some soap stuff, and we're gonna just sort of make that happen, I guess. If that works for everybody else,
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, you know what, Chicken Jessica, do you have anything to say as far as that spirit goes? I mean, any thoughts on the way that you created that whole intro sequence?
Oh, I just tapped into my inner chicken and just did what felt natural. He just happened to be out there in the sky that day. I was taking a picture of my friend. I was like, you got to surf on a piece of soap, giant piece of soap, and it got all worked out. I actually didn't notice him until I was looking at the pictures later today or earlier today. Yeah.
The spirit is always
he
watching.
just showed up. It wasn't even your doing.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't notice him when he was there. So
that's so awesome when that happens, when beings make an appearance.
Right. While I'm here, actually, how about I tell you two, and everyone watching about the super chat function of our program.
Holy crap! What is that?
Super chat?
I will tell you. Super chat is a way to, how should I say, tip the show throw some money in the hat or the guitar case of the show. And you do that by clicking the US dollar sign in the chat window on the right side, top right. And it's actually easier if I just show you, maybe.
Oh, really? Oh,
So
wow.
let's check this out real quick. So you click the dollar sign, you pick a super sticker or super chat. They're pretty much the same thing, but super sticker, you get this cute little sticker, and you raise that dollar amount as much as you want or as little as you want, but we don't like that. And so you type your message right there. It gets highlighted for everyone to see what's not to like. That's the super chat and the super sticker, and that is how you do that.
Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, interesting stuff.
CJ is Chicken Jessica. Thank you, Cammie.
That's
or
interesting.
Or Chick Ruben, and check out Jem and Leslie. They just did a super chat,
Wow,
and this is
amazing.
how you see that. Look at that. It's all blue.
That's
It's all
beautiful.
blue, some kind of turquoise, maybe.
Wow, it's beautiful, like the ocean, just like the we saw surfing.
That's right. That's
Soaps.
right.
You know what? Soap's up right here.
Is up. Soap is
Soap's up.
This is a regular soap dish up in here.
Yeah, this is so soaped up. You know how you can get souped up? You can get soaped up as well. Well, that's really neat. All right. Well, thanks for letting us know about that. And I guess that's just sort of a way to tip, I guess. Okay, that's neat. That's
Sure.
That's really neat. So let's get on with the segment. So let's first start off by saying this. Okay, let me tell you about my relationship with soap and I guess my history, my soap history. So soap started with me. Back in Ivory, it was we'll see what here he says. I'm actually taking a shower right now. I was afraid that might be inappropriate to do, but now it actually seems very appropriate because of soap and such. And very true, actually, very true. It's very appropriate. I started with Ivory. That was the first soap I remember using, as far as bar soap is Ivory. Going to feel as clean as ivory, right? And I was with Ivory for quite a while, but then I started to feel my skin. I don't know if this was a puberty thing or something, but my skin became like rubber in a sense. And I needed something softer to deal with my rubber skin, my gimp-like rubbered skin. And so I got into oil of Olay. Oil of Olay.
Didn't. No.
Yes, I did.
That ain't true.
Yes, it is. What do you mean you don't know?
Oil of Olay does not even make a bar soap.
They did back then.
No, they didn't. You used Caress, because I did too.
No, I used oil of Olay, definitely.
Oil of Old Lay?
No.
No, I don't believe they had a bar soap, dude.
Yes, absolutely, oil of Olay.
I'm pretty sure we moved. It went from Ivory to Caress.
I never did Caress.
You did. I guarantee you did.
This is as I know it.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I mean I just gotta let the people
as I know it.
Over here.
Oil of Olay was. Look, this Magic Freeman says oil of Olay do make a bar.
Do they?
Yeah.
Ah, shoot. I could be okay. I might not be remembering that aspect of oil of Olay particularly correctly, but I don't think that was second in line to Ivory.
I like what Whiting
Whiting
says.
Such a thing.
There is a oil of Olay bars. There is such a thing, and I used it, and I worked nice and smoothly on my body because you know why? I got the sensitive skin oil of Olay bar, and I used that on my body, and it really worked.
Wait,
but
you're telling me that circa junior high is when you
I think when I transcribed,
transcribed into oil.
I think so. I want to
oil.
I think that's when that happened, and then later, oil of Olay stopped making bars, or I don't even know if they're in business anymore. I don't know, but I then switched. Well, I switched to Dove at one point in my life. I don't even know when that was. It might have been in a college, or it might have been in after college. I don't even know. And I became Dove, and I used this again sensitive skin Dove.
And did that?
And so now, and I'm still I'm a Dove to this day.
All right. I mean, I know you used Caress at one point.
Oh, I might have dabbled.
It was definitely a part of our regular regimen because our
I don't know anything about it. I don't remember any Caress. Okay, but you know.
Oh, I hope that we will be reinvigorating that memory throughout this episode because I remember it strongly, and it was like a sort of a peach-colored bar, if you recall.
Peach. I don't know.
Peach. Oval shaped.
I remember some fuzz, but not any peach. You know what I mean? After you use a bar on a post-pubescent body, there'll be a little bit of fuzz on that bar.
I mean, I definitely know that Ivory was like our first sort of, experience with soap.
Ivory is the most classic. You definitely
Ivory is
and I
definitely
think
the most old school. Oh, well, I mean, I guess Johnson & Johnson is probably the first thing you ever.
everybody starts with an Ivory,
Wait, I mean, but we did actually start with a Johnson.
No, but the Johnson. No, you had Johnson. I had the other Johnson, and combined it was Johnson & Johnson. But no, we used that for hair. I think maybe at first, at the very beginning. But for a long time, this isn't even about shampoo. That's a whole different episode.
No, I know it's a whole different. No, I thought we used that for body purposes as well as babies.
I don't really know, to be honest. I don't remember, but I just know that Ivory was the beginning of all soap for me.
True.
By the way, as far as liquid soaps goes,
as far as bars go,
I don't like liquid soaps. By the way, you know what I mean. I need
No,
I want a bar to hold and to just keep going all over my body with it. You know what I mean?
I'm not really into that these days, but I always feel like a bar leaves my body feeling extremely paste-like.
Look what Gary said.
A soap bar is maybe the best form factor for washing between the cheeks. Slide it through like a credit card.
So, yeah. Who knows? Maybe we use Johnson & Johnson for our bodies when we were babies. But anyway,
bodies when we were babies.
What's funny about that?
It's just very alliterative and very funny.
I know it is very not
the fact that it's also like involving the fact that you were a baby is just, I don't know, something about it.
Right. It's also the idea that you had control over it when you were a baby. Oh yeah, when I was a baby, I used to use Johnson & Johnson. But no, Laura, what was your history with soaps? You went from Ivory.
Well, I don't think that I was on the Ivory boat for very long. I think I learned my
You weren't
lesson
on the
pretty
Ivory Coast.
quickly.
You weren't on the Ivory Coast.
I wasn't on the Ivory Coast for too long. No, I definitely migrated into the Caress
coast.
Caress's best coast. Caress coast. Exactly. And then probably into my pre double digit ages, I then discovered the joys of different like bath and body stores. I got really into H2O, the store that was very popular at the Beverly Center where we used to go shopping sometimes, and Bath and Body Works. And that's when I got full on deep into like body washes and things like that.
So then you just went all over the place, I guess.
Well, I was into liquid soaps and I was into those poof things, those like poof sponge things. You know what I'm talking about? That kind of net that's in the form of a ball.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I've tried those.
And I remember
those
when it came out. They are cool. Remember when they first came out with those things along with, I think it was, oh God, it wasn't Neutrogena, but there was a brand, Jergens maybe? A brand of soap that came out with the sponge, and it was very big. Everybody was into it.
Well, a neat little trick you can do.
For it.
Get the sponge, which might be a loofah sponge.
Not loofah.
Okay, you put the soap into the sponge, and then you use that to scrub your body, and that could work. That could definitely work.
That's what it's the whole
you know what it
point
is?
of it.
It's an exfoliation sponge.
It has an exfoliative aspect to it. Yes, exactly. It's not loofah, guys. Loofah is a whole different material. That's an actually all natural material. We're talking man-made. It's basically a plastic net that's bunched up into the shape of a ball. And it does create more suds if you're into that sort of thing, which I was into that sort of thing.
No, suds could work,
I like really suds. I feel like soap is, I like the look of it. I like the smell of it, but I don't like the feel of it.
Well, if you don't see suds, I feel like it's not working. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I mean, have you ever tried that kind of soap that doesn't sud, or or maybe shampoo? I don't want to talk about shampoo. I mean, that's off limits right now. But shampoo that doesn't sud, it just feels like it's not really doing a job here.
I do agree. I feel that way very deeply about it, and I won't say the word, but the stuff that you put in your hair.
The forbidden substance on this episode. Truth. The forbidden dance.
You know what I love though? Bar soap for nowadays is for doing dishes. Believe it or not.
That's weird. I've never thought of that.
It's not weird at all.
I never thought of that and never will.
You have thought of it and you've experienced it firsthand.
Well, let me say this.
At our mother's house, because I bought a bar of soap and I bought a dish brush,
I love the brush.
lathered it onto the soap,
I love that too.
and it was basically like, lathering soap onto a dish, but
No,
as
I think
you would on a person's face if you were like going to shave them.
if you want to know how the most enjoyable and also I feel effective way to clean dishes if you're not using a dishwasher, use a brush.
Use a brush, exactly. How do you know that? Because
I learned it by
showed that to
watching you. I learned it by
Exactly.
watching you.
And what kind of soap did I use with that brush?
Well, I remember just using the liquid soap for it, but
Oh,
you know,
no. We had a bar of soap. It was a really good oatmeal scented soap, and it's awesome because you lather it up on the soap, and then it works, people. And
Well,
actually,
hey,
it's very good because it doesn't.
let me
waste
say
plastic.
this to respond to Gemma Leslie. There was a comment about how I mentioned that I used to be a dirty boy, and I was up until about age 13. I was dirty. I rarely ever took showers, and I just played in the dirt, and I was so dirty. I tell you, I was so dirty. But then once I started going through puberty, I think I started thinking, oh, I need to get. I think I just once I became sort of a certain age, I felt. I guess being clean. There's something mature about being clean, I guess, or something like that. You kind of grow into it, and you kind of decide, yeah, I want to be zestfully clean. Even though I didn't use Zest, but
Right. I was very into bath taking, like into, starting at the age of around 8. I was obsessed with that. I just loved taking baths and just being in the bath and getting all kinds of fun soap things and things like that, and body care kind of stuff. And but
by the way, I'm not crackling anymore, am I?
No, you were for a second there, but it stopped.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever had the experience of putting
the dirt
soap
demon
on
came
your
out, yeah.
body? Have you ever had the experience of like soaping your body up really, really hardcore, and then you get out and then you like towel off, and then there's like what looks like dirt coming off on your arm?
No, that's dead skin, I think.
It is dead skin. But the first time that happened to me, I was like, "What's going on here? The soap made me dirtier."
No, yes, yes and no.
Dead skin.
I've only experienced that on my ankles for some reason.
Oh, really? It happens on one's neck and on one's arm.
I've noticed it on my.
That you're like the behind your neck can get really dirty if you don't scrub really bad, really hard.
I wipe my neck sometimes before bed. I wipe my neck off.
I remember one time we were at our cousin's house and he wiped his neck in front of us to show us, and it was just he used a napkin and he wiped it, and it was just completely black.
I learned it from him. Usually on a summer day, I will, if it's been a sweaty summer day, I'll wipe my neck before I go to sleep so that I don't get sweaty dirt onto the pillow,
Well, see, this is why a sponge like a loofah or one of those net in the shape of a ball kind of sponges comes in handy because they scrub the dead skin off.
Right. Well, you know what I do? So I get that dead skin thing on my ankles, kind of where my feet, there's a certain spot, and I just rub it off with my fingers and the stuff comes off,
But does that really work when you're in I feel like that doesn't work if you're in the shower and you're just using your fingers. You have to use something that will scrub.
Well, usually it's when I'm out of the shower.
Scratch. Oh, right. No, see, if I do it out of the shower, I feel like I want to rinse it off fully. You know what I mean?
Well, let me say this, respond to Patrick South right here by saying that you're surprised I don't take a shower at night, but let me tell you something. I get dirty in the night is the thing. You know what I mean? To me, I want to start the day fresh and clean because at night, either you might sweat or, maybe have, I don't know, other things could happen at night. And, my bed is not the cleanest I don't feel my bed is super clean. I mean, it's clean enough to sleep in.
Because you don't take a shower before you get in it.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Which
look,
you should.
No, but it's not like that. I just tell you, I want to be clean during the day. Okay. I want to be clean during the day.
I want to be clean getting in the bed. I do not want to have a dirty bed.
I'm not that sweaty usually, but on a summer's day, I can definitely get kind of sweaty.
I mean, I'm
sweating right now a little bit actually, but look, we can keep talking about this, but we have some commercials we're going to look at, some ads for soap. Should we look at those?
Sure.
Let's take a look. What do you have?
I was just going to pop in. How do you want to do this? I have a list. Do you want me to give you the list of what I have? I can just read it off.
What do we have? What do we have lined up here? Oh, what, Laura?
We don't want to have it kind of be reveals each time. Or,
Well, no. We it's the brand. We'll just say the brand, and then we can decide the
that's
brand.
what I'm saying.
Oh, I could do it behind the scenes. Here, I just did it behind the scenes.
Oh, okay.
So you pick from that list, and we'll just go from there.
Oh, I see.
We don't have, or do you want it to be?
Do you want it to be public?
I mean, why don't we just say it out loud? I mean,
Let's start with Zest 1.
Well, here,
oops,
why don't we let the why don't we just let the audience pick?
Okay, sure.
Okay, so
I don't mean it to show up like that in chat, but hopefully you can. I don't know if it should, because I pasted a list, like a nice.
All right,
list.
Chicken Jessica has 2 Zest commercials picked out, 2 Doves, an Irish Spring, a Caress. Is Shield a separate soap?
Shield.
Yeah.
Dial.
I've never heard of Shield. Dial and
Coast.
Yeah.
Coast.
Oh,
That's
Coast.
I had Coast when I was a kid. Ivory.
Wait,
and
why didn't you? You should have listed Ivory first.
I will say that Shield does have a celebrity in it.
Brooke?
Yeah, Brooke. I mean,
I didn't want to
but it's like her name's not even Brooke Shield. It's
I know, it's Brooke Shield.
It's a guy who was in that show, The Shield. I think Michael Chiklis. Yeah.
Chickless?
No.
He doesn't belong on this show.
No, he does. Yeah, we need Michael Chick-full. We need Chick-full. Michael Chick-full.
I hang out with no Chiklis.
But you should have listed it. You should have listed Ivory first and then Coast.
It doesn't matter. It's all there.
This is kind of an order of my preference, my personal preference.
Well, wait.
Okay.
But the number 2s, like the second Zest and the second Dove, I mean, whatever on those. So just if we need more.
I think we should let Chicken Jessica pick the ones that Chicken Jessica will think are the best for us to look at right now. What do you think?
Okay, we're gonna open with Zest.
Okay, Zest? Okay.
Yeah, let me load it up here, and I'll go away. Let me just this does not have the classic jingle, so I picked one that did have the classic jingle in case you want that. But this is
this one is
a little older. These are all from the 80s, except there's maybe one from like the 90s, the second Dove one. But other than that, these are all from the 80s. So I think this is early 80s.
Okay.
So let's ball on this, and I'll leave you.
Oh my god. This is already gonna just be.
First of all, he's in a great position.
First off, I mean, yeah, look at that.
His butt is all sticking out.
His butt is so red.
Bobcats. Bet you can feel cleaner without soap. Feel cleaner?
Wait, go back. I'm sorry. Can you take it back again?
Wow, that guy does not even have
Hey,
a fully
Bobcats. Bet you can feel cleaner without soap. Feel cleaner? Come on.
Okay, pause it. Okay, first off, the guy on the left has not hit puberty yet. But the guy on the right is way post puberty, don't you think?
Wait, that is interesting.
Look at that guy. He has a fully hairy chest and probably a deep voice. And the guy on the left, his voice is like still really high.
Their bodies are actually a progression of pubescence in a way. You know what I mean? It's kind of, his body is smaller and not.
That's what he just sounded like.
I mean, if you look at it, they are kind of. It's almost like a lifeline kind of progression or something like that. You know what I mean? In a way, you know what I mean? Just their bodies, at least. Their body development.
We have like a youth on the left. We have a kind of pre-collegiate.
Sort of a college, college
and collegiate like jock, and then we have
a dad, and then a dad, and then dad on the right.
I feel like that guy should be in a sauna, some kind of like golf club with. Like,
I know it's Ted Danson. Why Ted Danson?
I don't. It just reminds me of the whole crew on like Curb Your Enthusiasm or something like this sort of hairy.
Oh, really?
Well, in a way. All right, carry on.
They almost look like some sort of doo-wop group or something right now. You know what I mean, or something like that. The way, I guess because the middle guy looks like he's almost whistling or something.
Right, he's like,
they look almost. Yeah. The way they look like a group. You know. Also, they're Bobcats, by the way. That's their team.
When you discover the cleaner feeling of zest, you're gonna say no.
Oh my god, this is so weird. Why did they have the prepubescent one being the soapy guy? Like, it's funny how he's getting all soaped up and the other guy is just watching him.
Well, he's also, I guess he's making the youngest one
like,
kind of test it out first.
Half.
No, he's saying test it out first. I want to make sure this stuff is legitimate here, And the other guy's saying, oh, he's still going, yeah, it's really working. It's sudsing up. And then the other guy's going, yeah, it is looking like that. Yeah.
Okay, I feel like the dialogue between them right now is The guy on the left is like, "Is this how you do it?" He's like, "Yep, that's right. Now don't forget you're going to have to get in between your legs and you want to get under your balls and between your butt cheeks too. So just take your time, but make sure you get there." The guy in the back is like, "I know how to do this. I've been doing this for weeks." But this guy on the left is looking to the guy on the right for approval. He's like, "Is this how you do it?" He's like, "Yeah, it is how you do it. Trust me."
Yeah, and it's like, yeah,
You know
you're
what I
right.
mean? Look at him.
It
He's
is
like,
like he's
"That's
the
right."
parental figure, and he's
Right.
like, and
like
also,
the guy in the back is like, "Stupid kid doesn't know how to use soap. I've
well,
been doing
he's
this for weeks."
he's the mid-level guy, and he's been doing
Right.
it for weeks. The other guy's been doing it for years, and then this guy on the
Right.
left is his first time.
Right. The guy on the right's been doing it for years to the point where he's like, "I don't even need to do this anymore because I've been doing it for so long."
Well, he's
like,
training
"Oh."
the other guy. He's training
I
him.
know, but it's like he's not even using it. The guy on the back, he's like, "Wait till this guy on the left figures out how to squeeze the bar between your hand and let it slip and slide into your butt cheek."
And you just need to use that soap like a credit card in between your butt. You know, you just
Exactly.
swipe it, and the guy in the
Like,
back
the guy
is
on the
just
left
thinking.
has-
The guy in the back is just thinking, "What a rookie!
What a rookie.
Look at his
The guy
face.
on the
His
left
face
is like, he's like, I've never used soap before. This is so amazing. Is it like this? Is
I know
this how
his
you
face.
do it?"
His face really does look like. Is this how you do it?
All
And the
right,
other guy's
Karen.
going, "Yes." And then the guy in the back is just thinking, "What a scrub! Gosh, what a novice."
What a scrub.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's just thinking, "God, what a
What an
newbie! You know?
amateur.
What a newbie! What an
Right.
amateur! It's so easy. You just scrub. That's all you do." Okay.
Zest
like-
lathers up pretty good. Smells good.
What?
He
He's
said,
still.
"I guess
He's
this lathers up pretty good."
Well, it's as if it's the first time he's using soap. I mean, truly,
I
he's
know,
going.
this is
This
so
this
weird.
lathers up pretty good. Whoa.
He's like, "Here, have another bar. You
Also,
can use
wait,
that
hold
one
on.
on your chest, and this one goes in your butt
You know
cheek."
what's kind of very funny about this is the guy smelled the soap after he just
Oh my
rubbed it on
God.
his.
Right.
He just rubbed it on his body.
Like, after you rub this on your body, let me
Lathers up
smell
pretty
it.
good.
Imagine if he rubbed it on his bottom half somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
Oh my God.
Okay. I swear this almost seems like the beginning to a porno or something. You know
Well,
what I mean?
it seems like the beginning to some kind of PSA that's like, if this happens to you, call 1-800-child abuse or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, who's
it
doing the
seems
abusing?
like
The kid to the
the guy on
adult?
the right, clearly.
But what? It's funny that he just
He's-
rubbed
he's,
it
like,
on his body
grooming it.
and then he said, "Smell this," basically.
Right.
That is very funny.
This
But
is
look,
so
it almost
weird.
hold on. I know this is before cell phones, but
He's
look,
like, "Here, give it to
almost
me.
looks-
Let me put it on my crotch."
it almost looks
now."
like the guy in the back is taking a picture of this, on his
Right,
cell
with
phone.
a cell
He's going-
phone.
He's going, "Oh my God, I got to take a picture of this." He's going to actually smell this guy's soap. I got to get a
He's
shot
like,
of this.
"I'm gonna get a viral video out of this one."
Yeah, I'm going to
He's
do
like, "Where do I
viral on
post this?"
this.
Good.
Smells good too. Hey, doesn't mean it will feel cleaner.
Yeah. Okay, you've got soap on one arm. Put deodorant Zest on the other.
Check out these bubbles.
Now rinse.
Wait, pause it. I'm sorry. Hold on a second.
They both have bubbles.
He said, "Check out these bubbles." I mean,
It's so funny that they thought,
Well,
like,
also-
all right, here's our idea for the commercial. We're gonna get a bunch of boys, some guys, some
hold on,
boys.
ju-
We're gonna
yeah.
put them in the locker room. They're gonna
Well, hold
be
on.
showering
Just
together and
absorb
talking
this. Laura, absorb this for a moment right now.
about-
They're fully naked right now in the
I
shower,
know,
and
they're
the
fully
guy
naked in
and the guy on the
shower.
left is fully looking down at his body.
Well, the guy on the left is fully looking down at the other guy's schlong, and the other guy in the back has his schlong out.
He's jacking it probably.
He
Actually,
probably
you know what I
is,
mean?
yeah,
He's
totally.
probably touching it or something. But
Do you think that not one of them has a boner? I guess probably.
well, it could be hard semi.
Probably not.
Maybe not. Maybe not. But I just think it's really funny to me
It's so
That-
weird.
that the guy there, he's watching him soap his body up. You know what I mean? That's
Well, it's also funny that like this is a commercial that's going on, probably just primetime television. Everyone's watching, and obviously the camera is deliberately not showing their bottom half. But we
Right.
all know what's going on below that line there at the bottom. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
there are penises hanging out there. I mean, wow.
carry
Carry
on.
The guy's soap feels tacky. Zest rinses
Look
clean.
at the guy on the right. It's like, wait, Let me get in on this.
Yeah.
Zest rinses cleaner, feels cleaner. All right.
Oh my.
The cleaner feeling of Zest. You're gonna say no to your soap. And yes to Zest. Get out of here.
Oh, wait a second here. This is a lot to absorb here. I mean,
Wow.
think about, first of all, this was Zest. This is Zest's theme song before, you know,
Before
you're
it
not fully
was, You're Not Fully
clean unless you're
Clean,
Zest
right.
fully clean, right? And so, wow. And it's funny how he says, "Get out of here," you know, and he puts his head back.
I wonder if this was up for a Clio. You know what I mean? Like, or did this have any, you know, like, did it have any weight in that realm?
I just think it's
Or did it
interesting
get
that they're fully naked and they're
affected
just
by it?
down to be hanging out naked together, which is actually cool and progressive and cool that they don't have any qualms about just being naked in the locker room together. And they're all kind of getting close to each other and stuff like that and looking at each other, smelling each other's bars. It's pretty cool. It's pretty funny how the guy's just saying, look, over here it feels like this, and then over here it feels like this. Just look at this. You know, it's just such an interesting thing that he's showing these other guys in the shower, you know?
Right. I mean, it's like these other guys in the shower are leaving their own shower heads to go be next to this other guy under his shower head.
Now
what I
imagine
mean?
this. Those
Because
three,
they're interested.
right. They're getting all cold and stuff, kind of, you know what I mean? Because
Mm.
they're leaving their shower head. You know what's also kind of funny? Check this out. The hold on a second. So okay, these three guys were cast as principals for this commercial, right? And then this guy in the back, though, he's just an
Right.
extra.
He's a secondary.
So well, he's an extra. So just imagine
Right.
that guy just got paid, you know, not that much money really, just to, you know, and he had to be fully naked and
He had
getting
to be-
showered and stuff.
I
Well,
don't
not
think he's-
fully naked.
They're probably not fully naked, but they probably.
Well-
I wonder if they told them to pull their underwear down so you could see a little bit of their V. They're like, you don't have to take off your
Yeah,
underwear,
it's
but we do
probably-
want to see just a little hint.
Yeah,
of
it's
the
probably
V,
not
but
going to be in the shop, but just in case it is, we
do
want to just
wanna
show a
see
little bit of V.
a natural progression of the pubics. The other question is too, like, what was it? I was thinking I wanted to say something, and that last shot, right, like that last shot is showing the guy having his soapy arm, and he's trying to tell the guys like.
Yeah.
One of them doesn't feel soft and the other one does. Do you think that the director thought it might be too much to have the other guy touch your arm to feel how soft it is? But we're gonna let them all go up to you and just look at it and
I
sort
know.
of smell it. That's not going
Guys,
too
soap
far.
feels tacky. Zest rinses cleaner.
It
It's
would
like
be-
it's like why don't they just touch his arm at that point so that they can feel the proof that it's actually soft? You know what
the
I
guy,
mean?
the guy on the right, the guy on the right, by the way, saying, "You're learning. See, you're learning." You know? His face. You know?
Well, it looks like he's saying that, but his words are actually like, really? Wow, what a crazy guy, or something like that. Wait, let's hear what he says again. Press play.
Tacky. Zest rinses cleaner, feels cleaner. All right. Discover the
Oh wait,
He had his own bar of Zest.
Wait, hold on. Not just that. He starts singing the song. Look.
Well, yeah.
No, but
Oh,
they're not singing it really.
I
But
know
he's
he's singing the
lip-sync-
non-diegetic music. All of a sudden.
He's yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it's like it's so funny that
feeling of zest. You're gonna say no.
Oh, they are actually.
And yes to Zest. Get out of here.
Well, actually, I just realized this. He starts singing the song there. No, it is diegetic, actually. He starts singing the song, and then they're dry now all of a sudden.
right, they're dry all of a sudden.
But and so in the time they dried off in the time that song lasted, which is kind of crazy. And by the way, remember how I said they sounded like a doo-wop group or something like that, or you know, they really
actually
are. They really are.
Right. I'm tempted to watch the beginning again just to kind of recontextualize it, but it's okay. We can keep going. I think they were going for kind of like a Greek sort of toga party look here at the end, though, don't you think?
Right. Are these supposed to be high school students, by the way?
I mean, yeah, definitely. Except the guy on the right is just a man, a full-on man at this point.
Well cast. Well cast.
Wow.
I'm just gonna pop in again.
Yeah.
Manatree pointed this out where it says it's not soap, and this is interesting. And pretty much all these commercials, the point is that their soap is not soap because
Oh,
they're
yeah.
comparing things to soap. Like, oh, soap does this, but so this and this does this.
Right.
It's interesting, but
Right.
yeah, so.
It's Zest. It's not soap.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not just soap.
But it's like
Zest.
almost all of them do that, which is really funny. But do you want to move on from this?
I guess so.
Well,
do you have anything else, Laura?
I guess. I mean, it's all pretty much out there, isn't it? It's pretty
yes
like.
to Zest.
Well, why is he saying get out of here? Because
Right, I know. It's like, why is that so?
No, but it's also
goofy when the rest
he wants to say, he should say that though. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? He's kind of saying get out of here as if he's making some kind of joke, but.
Well, I think they're like, now that's too goofy, but everything else we've said up to this point is not worthy.
But they're saying, did they say no to soap? They said
I
no
think
to
so.
soap and yes to Zest. What? Why
is that worthy of a get out of here?
It's kind of a counter to what the commercial is advertising. I mean, he's
know, it
saying
makes no
get
sense.
out of here with that nonsense. Of course, you want to say get out of here. Just it's only no to soap. That's it. That's all. You know what I mean? That's what he's implying by saying get out of here. He's saying he's joking around. It's just no to soap. Okay, just not yes to Zest. Just no to soap. You know.
Right. Exactly.
All right, something like that. Okay. What's next?
All right. What's next? I'm just browsing.
Sorry,
through
just give me a
comments.
second. So is it my choice again?
Yeah. I think
we
you
can
should
go with
just
the
do-
we can go with the classic Dove. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, go Dove. I mean,
and again, there's two Doves. One is what you'd expect, and I thought the other one was kind of funny because it's like a man's version of it from like the early '90s, and it's kind of ridiculous. But anyways, this
whatever
is
one you think is more,
this is more classic style, I think.
No. Whatever you think of those is going to have some good stuff.
All right, let's do the guys version. I believe this is from 1993.
Okay, I do Dove now myself. By the way.
I don't feel clean with Dove. I'm just gonna throw that out.
Oh yeah, man, I love
too
Dove.
soft. I like something like rips my skin off.
I love Dove.
Like
what
do you feel rips your skin off?
Well, I mean, I use a loofah, and I use a body wash. So,
Right.
but Trader Joe's has an oatmeal kind of soap bar, and it's got chunks of oats in it, and it's just you'll
like a
bleed.
chunky
It's perfect. It's perfect.
It does do the exfoliative sort of gesture.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Dove doesn't come off as a guy.
So basically, I just want to say there's a lot of them would use the same script for commercials, kind of, or very similar. So there's all these like women's ones, and this one is the guy kind of doing the same thing, but this is like the antithesis, I guess, of that. So
By the way, I'll say this: I like how milky Dove is. If it's like if one was gonna go mainstream on a bar soap, but
I love those
I
commercials.
don't use it.
I like those commercials when they show this milk pouring, and it's actually soap milk.
Right, I like that too.
That's kind of cool.
It does
Anyway.
have an appeal, but I mean, it's not. I mean, I know what the truth is though.
All right, let's go.
You think guy soap, you think whatever's cheap and plentiful. Dove doesn't come off as a guy soap.
Wait, hold on, go back. I'm sorry.
What are cheap?
Look at the way when he splashed the water on his face. You see
opened his mouth.
the face he's making. Yeah, he's
Right.
so exhilarated.
He's actually not exhilarated though. He's like his eyes are unexhilarated while his mouth is like miming an exhilarative gesture, but he's not. Look at how bored his eyes look. Watch.
Guy
Look
soap,
at how
you think
bored his
whatever's
eyes look.
cheap and plentiful. Dove doesn't come off as a guy soap.
Well,
Recently,
no, I think what it is,
I guess
eyes
he
aren't
feels
bored.
like
He's
bored.
just
No, he's
getting
kind of
water in his eyes, so
getting
he's
water
kind
in
of
his
he's kind of
Right.
blinking.
But look at how he's like not excited right there at all. Look at it. He's just like he's very serious.
He's just
actually.
thinking to himself,
He's like,
"I am
"I
a
gotta
man. I'm a man, and I'm about to splash my face."
that, or he's thinking, I'm a man and I am gonna wash my face and I don't care. I'm not gonna care. I'm not supposed to care.
Right.
He's very
Planet.
serious.
Here it comes. Boom.
Dove doesn't come
But-
off as a guy.
The way he did, he
Look at how
almost he almost has an orgasm. It's almost like an orgasm, actually. You know what I mean? Look at him. He's just going, oh. He's thinking, oh, God, I just splashed myself.
Is
Dove
this
doesn't
from the
come off.
90s?
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is much later than the last.
I think it's like 1992 or 3.
Uh-huh.
As a guy soap.
Recently, a woman remarked to me I was trying to be a man and I was flexing my tricep muscle, and she said,
Your skin feels really soft.
I said, well,
First of all, that the way he, oh my God, he's so drenched. It looks like someone had an orgasm on him at that point, you know?
Right.
Wait, look at him. He just, wow. No, you know what? He just did 3 phases of an orgasm. He went like
Well,
this.
This is
This is what he did. Look, I'm just going to show you the 3 phases of what he did. This is what he did. He went like this. He went, oh, oh, oh. You know what I mean? It was those 3 phases. You know what I mean?
right. Well, I feel like he looked like he was gonna be very serious, like he was determined to not have any emotion the whole time. And then after the splash, he finally went, "All right, it's pretty cool. You got me." You know what I mean? Like he was all serious. Like,
Right.
Can you do a close up on me really quick? He's like this. He's just totally deadpan at first. He's like, "You got me. It's pretty fun." You know
Yeah,
what
he's
I
all
mean?
like this. He's all like
He's
this.
like,
This is what he-
"Okay, I
He's
liked
like
it."
this. He's like this. It is good. It is good.
It is good. It is
It
dumb.
is good. It is tough. It is tough.
Let's can we watch that progression one more time on real time? On the
Right.
commercial?
So Justin Coleman writes, he just got doved.
He just got done.
It feels
He's
really
thinking to
soft.
himself, I just got doved.
I said, well, I
He's like, "What? That is
He's going,
soft."
you're right.
Wait, let's watch it from
Wait,
the
also, you
beginning
know what's
again.
interesting about this guy is he reads a lot.
Whatever's cheap and plentiful. Dove
Look
doesn't
at how
come off
serious
as
he
a
wa-
guy soap.
recently a woman remarked to me I was trying to be a man and I was flexing my tricep muscle. And she said,
Your skin feels really soft.
I was
well,
trying to
used
be a man. He
then
said I
went
was
into the
trying to
big,
be a
you know,
man.
it's
Well, he also says I was flexing my tricep muscles and she felt my skin. She said, your skin's really soft. I mean, that's just so funny. He's just
But
thinking,
is it funny that he's saying that he was trying to be a man?
you know what's also
Like,
interesting about
like-
this guy is that he's a combination of manly kind of, you know, but also really smart and well read too, because the way he talks, he doesn't talk like a kind of a meathead kind of guy. He talks sort of like an
I mean, look at how many books
intellectual.
he has.
I know he reads a lot is what I'm saying. He
Well, might not have read all those books.
I think
He
what he's trying to
probably
say is he's
read
trying to
half.
say you can be both manly and sort of, you know, educated and sort of erudite at the same time, you know?
He strikes me as a total just 90s kind of stoner, like, you know,
Well, he kind of
Seattle type.
he kind of does look
Not
like or
smart.
remind me of our cousin's
like.
boyfriend at the time.
Right. Oh, yes.
little
Exactly. Who is not, I wouldn't necessarily
But the way
describe
he's
him as
talking-
well-read.
Okay, but the way he's talking about his muscles, he's not saying, yeah, you know, I was flexing my muscles, and you know, she's like, oh yeah, wow, you know, you know,
No,
he's kind of sounds
more of
more
a
like this,
stoner.
you know. So I was flexing my muscles and you know, my triceps, and this woman was saying, oh, my skin's very soft, and he reads a lot, so it's just funny that they're trying to make him seem
Yeah.
both, you know, so sophisticated but also manly at the same time.
But
you
I
know?
think he's actually trying to go more for the alt rock kind of vibe. You know, he's like, I was trying to be really manly. You know what I mean? Like, he's not
Right.
not like this. He's like, I was trying
Yeah,
to be really
yeah,
manly.
you're right. You're right.
And
You're
then
right.
I was like bench pressing, and then this woman touched my muscles, and she goes, "Your skin is actually really soft." And I was like, okay, yeah, it is. It's tough.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
You know what I mean? He's totally
Yeah.
alt rock
that
kind of
muscle.
guy.
And she
You're
said,
right. He
"Your
is
skin
kind of
feels
alternative.
like-
Yeah,
really
he's
soft."
Touch
he's
my
an
skin,
alt
and
rock
it's
kind of guy.
really
He could
soft.
say,
It's totally
he's
soft.
like,
Whoa, that was
whoa,
soft.
you're actually really right about that. It is really, really soft.
Exactly.
Whoa, that actually does feel good. I didn't think it was gonna feel good at first,
Right,
but then
he's
I started flexing my muscles. She touched my skin, and it actually felt really soft.
He's like this. Like normally, I'm just looking for something cheap and like plentiful in a soap, and then I'm just gonna like wash my face, and it's gonna be fine. I splashed my face, and I was like, "Wow, that's actually really good." Okay, wow. Anyway,
I didn't think I was gonna like this that much, but then I got splashed,
but then I
and
did.
it felt really good. And I thought, yeah, you're right.
I didn't think I was gonna like this very much, but then I did.
So
I
like,
gotta say, I got dubbed.
he goes like this. He's like, he pushes his hair back behind his ears. You know, he goes,
He's like, I
you
saw
know, like I was,
got
I was actually flexing my triceps for my girlfriend, and you know, she was pretty impressed. But then when she touched my arm, it actually felt really soft. She said, and I thought, yeah, it really worked.
It's like this. I didn't think it was going to do much, but then I was like trying to be manly. So I was bench pressing like 50 the other day, and I was like flexing my triceps, and my girlfriend touched my boob. And she was like, whoa, your skin's really fucking soft. And I was like, dude, Dove.
And I was like, no, she was like, dude, your skin is soft. And I was like, Dove.
She's like, dude, your skin is really fucking soft. And I was like, dude, Dove.
Well, how about this? What if he goes
Or
like
just
this?
Dove. He's
Did
like,
you
no
notice-
Dove.
My girlfriend was like, oh, it's like, she's like, you must be using Dove because Dove really makes your skin soft. And I was like, no Dove. But I mean,
I was like,
it means that it was Dove.
right.
I don't know, something like that.
No, I got it.
And then
He's like,
also-
so I went into STP the other night. Crazy show. Totally fucking rocked it. I get home. I'm sweaty as fuck. And I'm thinking, I just want something cheap and plentiful to like wash my face before I go to bed. And so I'm splashing my face. And I got to admit, the Dove was like really fucking soft. I slept like a fucking baby that night. The next day, I wanted to like, be manly and like I was benching like 60 or whatever. My
The
girlfriend
next day-
comes up to me, touches my boob. She's like, "Fucking Derek, your boobs are so soft." And I was like,
his girlfriend's
"Babe,"
all
I was like, "Babe, Dove."
I was like, babe, Dove.
She was like, "Yes."
She goes, babe,
"Oh, yes."
Dove. My girlfriend was like, yeah.
And by the way, STP was fucking dope.
By the way, STP, they look like they've been using Dove.
By the way, I gotta let the dudes in STP know about this shit because once they try it, they will be fucking amazed.
Dude, next time I open for STP, I'm definitely gonna let them borrow my Dove.
Dude, Pearl Jam has got nothing on this shit.
Next time I open for Soundgarden, I'm gonna let Chris Cornell touch my skin.
Dude, next time I fucking co-headline with Soundgarden, I'm gonna like fucking bench press 60 for Chris and be like, dude, bro, touch my pecs. I swear you will not be fucking sorry.
You won't be sorry. Like as if
Chris
the other
Cornell
guy,
is like-
as if Chris
Chris
Cornell like
Cornell-
benefits from it being soft, his skin being
he's
soft.
like, dude, true story. I kid you not. I fucking soaked my body down with some Dove 2 nights before I did a show with Chris Cornell. I was like, Chris, fucking touch my pecs. I swear you won't be sorry. And then I kid you not, he fucking wrote Black Hole Sun that night, that minute after he touched my pecs. He was like, those are so fucking soft. I'm like so inspired to write Black Hole Sun.
Dude, I was reading War and Peace the other day because he's got all these books, right? I was reading Agatha Christie, right? I was deep in the middle of a whodunit. All of a sudden, Lane Staley comes over. He's like, dude, what's up? Wanna rock? I was like, dude, I'm in the middle of an Agatha Christie. He goes, dude, your triceps are looking big. I said, want to touch? He said, yeah. So I took off my shirt. I kind of benched about 40 just to get things pumped. Lane, he gives it a touch. He was definitely not sorry.
He was totally sold. He was definitely not sorry. So now me and my bros, everybody from fucking Pearl Jam to fucking STP to fucking Soundgarden, we all use Dove and we are not sorry. We are definitely not sorry.
That's the ad campaign is that everybody from Pearl Jam to STP to
fucking Soundgarden.
to Alice in Chains, we all use Dove and
Alice
we
in
are not
Chains.
sorry. And that's the commercial, you know.
We are not sorry.
We are not sorry. That's hilarious. That's the ad campaign. Dove, we are not sorry. Oh, imagine if it showed all of those guys. Imagine if it had all of them, you know, Scott Whelan and
And they're
you know
all just
Chris Cornell and Lane Staley and I just
It's
realized
become
all
a
three of
ritual,
them.
like
You know what's
every
crazy?
night before every show. we
all
bench
three of
like
those guys
60.
are dead. all three of those guys are dead. Isn't that crazy? I just realized that.
Wait, who? Wait.
Lane Staley, Chris
Oh.
Cornell, and Scott Whelan. Anyway, it shows
Right.
all
Oh
three
my
of
God.
them. And well, let's throw in, Eddie Vedder too. They're all in
Well, Eddie
there,
Vedder's not dead.
and this main guy is in the front, and they're all standing kind of in a V shape, and they're all looking at the camera. They just turn. It's
They're
almost
just
like
we're
you-
not.
we
sorry.
are not
They're
sorry.
holding up a bar of dove, and they're all just
We
like
are-
they're standing in a flying V.
They're like, yeah, that's what I'm
Not
thinking.
sorry.
Yeah, I was saying a flying V. Yeah, and they're all holding up their hands, and they go, "We are not sorry." It's almost like this punk attitude or something,
Right. It's like I thought I was gonna be so sorry after I used this shit. Not sorry.
Look at him. He's going, whoa.
I tried Dove. I thought I was gonna be super bummed after using it, thinking I was like not gonna be manly or something.
I thought I
but,
wasn't going
dude,
to be able
I
to read
am-
any more books after this.
I thought I was like not gonna be able to go to the coffee house or like rock any more plaid shirts or whatever. But let me tell you, I am not fucking sorry. I don't know.
That is so funny. That is truly funny. Wait, keep playing. I guess.
Anyway,
It's crazy.
used
It's
to.
so funny to me the absurd amount of books that this guy has in his library. I mean, it's
well, maybe
crazy.
he's like
Well, I used to.
not
when I
at
went
his
into the
house
big,
though.
It's one.
Oh, it's just it's a hangout spot.
Is it a hangout spot? I don't know.
Look at this. He even has
Wait,
a
what's
ladder.
he
so
doing?
that-
Is he reading a book right there? Is he about
Yeah,
to like
he-
flop on that chair and like read a book?
Yes. And also, he's got one little TV there too.
He's like, oh, Siddhartha. I've never heard of this one. Oh, The
Siddhartha.
Catcher in the Rye. I heard this was good. Like he hasn't
Quarter
read The Catcher in
moisturizing
the Rye.
cream
at that
sort
point.
of.
Oh, this isn't even over yet.
He's like, oh, The Chronicles of Narnia. I heard this shit was dope.
Oh, C.S. Lewis. Okay, I've
Oh.
heard. Oh, I heard
Oh,
of
The
him.
Giving Tree. I heard this was fucking cool. I heard this shit was awesome.
Oh, is this Banicula? I heard this
Like-
was gnarly.
Oh, the Iliad, dude. Eddie Vedder was talking the shit up the other day.
Is this? Oh, yeah. Lane was telling me that I should check out the To Kill a Mockingbird. I heard it's pretty funky.
It's one.
I don't know. Look at him plop down. By the way,
He's like,
it's funny that it shows him working out and then reading. I mean, this is the modern man. You know, you
like-
can.
he's like, oh, James and the Giant Peach, dude. Fucking Scott Leyland was saying this shit was so gnarly, dude. I gotta read this so hard.
James and the Giant Peach. I heard there was fuzz.
Dude,
I
I
heard-
hear the main character gets totally fuzzed in this book.
Dude, I heard that somebody gets fuzzed, and so I thought I gotta read this.
It's 1 quarter moisturizing cream sort of deal.
It's all part of that taking care of your body,
It's like,
your mind.
after-
I don't read
after
the
using
tabloids,
Dove,
it's
I feel like
trash
I
for
can
my mind,
read, like,
so
2
I don't use a
books.
harsh soap.
Wait, go back. He's talking about the tabloids now. What?
I know this is so funny.
It's all part of that.
So I just want to throw in that the song sounds like a ripoff of that.
It's
Us
Cantaloupe.
Us three. It's us three.
The Herbie Hancock.
Dun, dun, dun.
Funky.
It's all part of that taking care of your body and your mind. I don't read the tabloids. It's like trash for my mind.
Wait.
So I don't
Hold on.
use-
I'm sorry. Back up. What? He
Like,
heard
it's
his
all part of that, like taking care of your body
wait,
and taking
he
care
heard-
of
your mind, but also, well, no, that's
so
why I showed him
funny.
working out and reading. He's taking care of his body and his mind, but also he punched. Did you notice that he hurt his hand on the punching bag?
Yeah. Wait, Ultra 1000 said Judy Blume. It's like, yeah.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
he's
No,
like,
that-
he's like, I heard "Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret" was fucking so deep. Like Eddie Vedder was really serious about
No,
this.
you know what? I was touring with Toad the Wet Sprocket, and they were reading this series of books called The Babysitter's Club. And I thought, what is that? I like babysitters. They said, yeah, you got to read it. I said, all right, I will. So I did about 10 bench presses, and I thought now would be a good time to sort of
Dip
plop
into
down
some
onto
club.
plop down onto the sofa and just, dig into some club.
After that, I was hooked on the club, and then I got deep into Ramona Quimby. Let me tell you, oh my god,
It's funny because
That
it's
shit
not even
was
about the soap
Beverly
anymore.
Cleary is
It's just
one
about
hip lady.
it's just about this alternative rock guy who reads.
Likes to read like,
And he also
like,
reads
reads,
young
like,
adult.
coming
He
of
also
age,
reads
like, young
he reads
adult.
young adult literature too.
They're not even young adult. They're like elementary school girls books. Like Beverly Cleary in Babysitter's Club. He's like
Right.
Nancy Drew. I mean, awesome, but like if you want to take it to the next level, I highly recommend, Ramona Quimby's
Ramona the Pest.
Ramona the Pest. Like that's definitely hands down my fave.
Dude, I love Toad the Red Sprocket. I love them even more after they use Dove, and they are not sorry.
Dude, Toad the Wet Sprocket also totally got me hooked on Encyclopedia Brown. Don't even get me started.
Don't even.
Sort of deal.
It's all part of that taking care of your body and your mind.
Look at his hand.
I don't
Ow!
read the tabloids. It's like
He's like
trash
Michael
for my
Jackson. Wait, go back. It's like Michael Jackson from last time.
I
you
know,
know?
he's like, ow.
mind. I don't read the tabloids. It's
He's like,
trash for
Tito!
my mind, so I don't use a harsh soap. It's not cool for my skin. That's what I
He's
do.
like sleeping softly,
You
like,
think guy soap, don't use a harsh soap. It's not cool for my skin. That's what I do.
wait, hold on, pause it.
Pause it.
Did you hear how he was like, you think guy soap, you don't use a harsh soap. Listen to how he just said that. That is really
okay,
funny.
go again.
So I don't use a harsh soap. It's not cool for my.
Yeah, I know. What accent is that? It's
What is that?
What region is that? Oh, wait. By the way, he's reading Hemingway, by the way. Look, you can see that he's
Oh.
reading Hemingway. Isn't that funny? I think
mean,
it's Hemingway.
not that funny.
Well, no, but it is funny because Hemingway is a very manly author. You know what I mean?
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, his stuff is very much about being a man. Kind of. I just
Oh,
think
yeah.
it would have been so funny though if they had,
Right.
like
I don't know, Anais Nin
Bronte or
or
something,
Emily Bronte, yeah,
or like
sure.
one, or what's the other one? Jane Austen. It would be funny if it
Right,
said Jane
Jane
Austen. That would have been really funny if it just said you saw Austen on there.
Right, or like Virginia Woolf, maybe. I don't
What?
know.
Okay, what region is it? Canadian? What is it? Harsh?
Oh, yes,
Or
probably.
maybe it's northwest. Maybe Seattle area.
Seattle? No,
Yeah.
I think he could be Canadian.
Really?
Canadian does PC.
He's West
PNW.
Canadian. West
He's
Canadian.
Canadian, does PNW. Pacific Northwest.
Okay, go
he's
back
like,
to him.
he's going for a Seattle vibe, but
It's like trash for my mind, so I don't use a harsh soap. It's not cool for my skin. That's what I do. You think
The way he said it, he goes, I don't use a
my
harsh
God.
soap because it's not my it's not good for my skin. That kind of deal. Like he goes like this. He goes, he's talking. He kind of says it under his breath a little bit. That kind of deal. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Well, he does a lot of stuff under his breath where he's like, I don't read the tabloids because it's not really good for my mind and my body.
Here, play it again one more time for Gemma Leslie here.
it's all part of that taking care of your body and your mind.
See
I
how
don't
he's-
read the tabloids. It's like trash for my mind, so I don't use a harsh soap. It's not cool for my skin. That's what I do.
Harsh.
He goes,
You think guy soap.
yeah. Where is he from? I don't know.
Oh my god!
Oh my
that is
gosh,
hilarious.
that's funny. That is really
just
funny. Whoa!
outrageous.
Back up.
No,
Go to
that
that last
was
shot.
his place. You could
It
see
is.
because his shoes are
I just
off.
noticed his Macintosh right there. He's got a Macintosh right there. You see that?
Look
Wait,
at how
go-
his shoes are just kicked off onto the floor.
and then he's got a little desk, and he's got his boots off. He kicked his boots off.
Oh,
And then
Gemma
he's-
Leslie says that he is Canadian.
Probably, I was
West
thinking
Coast
West
Canadian.
Canadian. I thought.
Yeah, I think so. Oh my god, this is so 90s, essential 90s right here.
It's so funny though. I mean, the books,
Wow.
the whole book. It's crazy to me how many books he has. I mean, that is nuts. I mean, look at that. First of all, it's crazy how. I mean, obviously this is a set, but it's just imagine if that was his
Yeah.
apartment and it was. He had that high of ceilings, and
I know,
and then the bookcase goes that high. He has that many books that are going all the way to the ceilings.
it's
I mean,
like
it's crazy.
he has that high of ceilings and he's looking for something like, cheap and plentiful. And a soap. Like he has to conserve money on his soap. He can't afford his high ceilinged apartment.
I kind of do think he looks kind of like the comedian Ali Makovsky, by the way, but not in. I mean, just they could be siblings, maybe. I don't know. Anyway.
All right, let's carry on.
Well, I think
Oh,
we're gonna wrap it up here. I
7:21.
think, but I think we're gonna wrap it up here. But look, if you want to, we're gonna look at some more commercials, I guess, and we're gonna dig into them, and we're gonna do that in what is called the Chicken Coop After Show Debriefs, which is a thing for it's members only. Okay, and what you do is how you go. Okay, see this picture here. Underneath the video, it says join, and you press that. For some reason, I'm thinking in my head the way that guy was talking. And you press that, and that's how you become a member. And there's different tiers. The first tier, you could go to the after show debriefs, which happens right after the show, which is going to happen very soon. You also get these loyalty badges. I mean, big whoop in a way, but I mean, there's these little chicken icons that are next to your name, and it shows how long you've been on it and stuff. And then you also get these sort of these icons that you can put in the chat room, and you can use those too. And then also there's a second tier, which gives you access to all that stuff, and you get a monthly ringtone, and you also get a behind the scenes footage. So usually we're kind of Chicken Jessica and Laura and I are talking about what we're going to do for the next episode, and sometimes we go off on tangents and stuff. And we kind of record all those and stuff just to see if sometimes we joke around, and I don't know. So that's what it's all about. Anyway, become a member and carry on with us. We're gonna look at some more of these ads and dig into it a little bit, and who knows what we'll find. But if not that, just make sure to subscribe to the channel, and you'll be hopefully notified. Turn notifications on, and you will be notified of the next episode, which is every Monday at 6 p.m. And we usually do it every Monday at 6 p.m., although I had to take the week off last week. But yeah, that's that. And Pacific. Yeah, I said Pacific time. Yeah. And that's it, I think, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, thank you to our producer, Chicken Jessica. And my name is Brent Weinbach.
My name is Laura Weinbach.
And we'll either see you next week, or we will see you in a few minutes. And by the way, the way to get to the after show debriefs, and if you're not watching this live, just go to the community tab of this channel and you'll find it posted there. But otherwise, look in the description of this video, or you can do that for both either. And or Chicken Jessica posted it in the chat room just now. Okay, I think that's it. I think I said it all. All right, the name of the show is The Chicken Coop. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.